I called the show because I wanted to get justice for myself and I want my story to be heard. When I was 11 years old, my deceased uncle had raped me, and when I was 12 years old, a close relative had molested me. My close relative, I don't want him around other children. I see him around my family, I see him around other children that he should not be just walking around acting like he didn't do anything. When I was 12 years old, I was at a party and I was drinking. I know I shouldn't have been drinking, I was only 12 years old. I felt sick, so I went to go lay down in the back room, and he came in and he acted like he was just rubbing my stomach, like I was just sick, like he was helping me, rubbing my stomach. He went down my pants and started touching me, and I was only 12 years old. My uncle, my deceased uncle, I had a very close relationship with him, and he was my favorite uncle, so I didn't think that he would ever do anything to hurt me. One night he just came in the room while I was sleeping and he raped me, and it happened for a couple of years. He stopped when I was about 13 years old, and as I grew older, I grew a relationship with him. I tried to forgive and forget, and he was still one of my best friends. I couldn't tell my parents because he was really close to everybody. Everybody loved him so much, and he was a good guy and everything. I was afraid what my father, Tim, would say, because he was very, very close with his brother, so I never thought that he would believe me if I were to tell him something like that. But I finally told my mother, and then I asked her if she could tell my father for me, because I didn't have the guts to do it. An 11 or 12-year-old girl should not even be thinking about having sex or thinking about stuff like that happening to her. My family still thinks that I'm on drugs, and they also think that I'm lying, and I just want this to be proven that I'm not lying about anything.
Timothy, how hard is it for you as a father to hear your daughter say that she was raped by your brother and molested by another family member?
That hurts. That hurts. Deep, like real deep. I had no idea. I didn't know any of that until like a few days ago. It's my little girl, like, wow. Wow.
Do you believe her?
I do. Why didn't you tell me?
I feel like I couldn't tell you because you were just so close to him.
Doesn't matter. You're my little girl, like,
And
closer to you.
I'm sorry that I had to have Mom tell you, but me and Mom have a little bit of distance between us, and it's easier to talk to her. You know, when Mom left, it was just me and you. And I'm so close to you.
That's why I don't understand why you couldn't tell me. You should have. You know, that would have been a lot different, like, that would have never happened.
I know how close you and my uncle were. You guys.
You know what I would have done. You know.
I know, but it's just, I didn't want to ruin that. That's the one thing that made you happy.
You were Daddy's little girl, always have been, always will be.
Always will be.
You could have told me that then.
No, I was just afraid that nobody would believe me because they were good people.
Have I ever not believed anything you said to me? Ever?
No.
Ever. Believe anything. I'd eat a bullet for you.
I can't imagine how difficult this has been. I so wish you would have been able to come to me. We've always been close, but I understand how you didn't want anybody to hurt. You didn't want us to go to prison for attacking somebody. You know, I get all the embarrassment of it. I get it. But I am so proud of you. This takes such courage, and the people that you are going to help in our family's going to heal. You are going to heal. This is good. It's going to be all right.
When your daughter tells you last week that your brother-in-law raped her when she was 11 years old, what did you feel?
Just total rage. Total rage. The same as the other, just total rage. And just can't imagine what she has been through all these years.
Did you feel like, wow, why didn't my daughter confide into me?
As a mother, you try to build that trust, to build that relationship that you can come to me with anything. You could talk to me with anything. I'll do anything in this world to help you. You're a parent, you know you do your best to instill that. And so many children, though, do not speak up. So I do try and understand that
Right.
it's just a difficult thing to say.
And then not only this occurs, then there's another living relative that he molested her.
Yes.
What's your feelings towards that living relative?
Just rage, just rage.
And that one you found out about a couple years ago.
Now that one, yes, just last year, 2 years ago, about 2 years, almost 2 years ago now. When I found out about that, I told him, you know, stay away from my daughter. You know what I mean? Stay away from our house. Just stay away.
And how often, when Alayna was during this time between 11 and 12, how often was she around the brother-in-law and the other family member?
Oh, when I think back, how many times I willingly dropped my child off with him in a house with all of our nieces and nephews. I mean, we have like 40 nieces and nephews. When I think about,
So it was normal.
oh, it was so normal to drop her off. It was, I mean, every day, and she liked going there because of all the children that were there.
Right.
You know, the relatives that were there were great fun. You know, they loved the kids and tried to always make it fun. You know, and nobody had any inclination at all. That's one of the reasons why I'm so proud, because this is going to make it easier for maybe another family member to say, hey, Alayna, you know, it was me too, and they can heal together maybe.
Well, I was just going to say that I don't know if, and I'm just guessing here, but I can't imagine she was the only one that
I can't either.
was abused. Alayna came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked her, did that relative sexually touch you when you were 12 years old? She answered yes. She told the truth.
Yes, I know, Alayna, I know.
Between the ages of 11 and 13, did your uncle have sexual intercourse with you?
It's all right, Alayna.
She answered yes, and she told the truth.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. She just is going to heal so much from this. You proved her innocence that were taken from her as a child, and it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
Sorry.
I wanted my family and my parents to know that I was not lying. And I want to bring this to justice because I couldn't before. I didn't have enough proof. They wouldn't allow me to.
I just would hope anybody watching this story, watching you, Alayna, that if anything is going on, please speak out.
Speak up.
Please tell your parents.
Please do. It feels so much better to get it out. And that's what I was hoping for this too. Not to only help myself, but help thousands of other people. Tell your story, let it out. It's a part of you, and you need to let it go, and it will destroy you. It has destroyed me since I was 11 years old. I'm 25 now. For many, many years, this has really, really hurt me. And to let it all go and let it out is the best feeling in the world. I feel free. And after this, I feel free. I do. I feel like I can let this go.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And I hope that your family will be supportive of you when you get back. I hope that law enforcement will look at this family member now, open up investigation, and if there's anything we could do to help that along, be happy. And I hope you'll let us know what's going on and what happens with this.
Of course,
we certainly would like to update the show because people are gonna want to know what's happening with this story, how you're doing. And again, I think it's courageous for you to now speak up. It was very hard for you. But to anybody who might be right now suffering in silence and not reaching out to somebody, I hope that they would look at you in this story and say, you know what, I need to tell somebody and stop this right now. So I hope that happens. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I know it's been difficult. It's a tough story. But I wish you all the luck in the future. And like I said, I hope that you do get justice.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you.